Today marks the first day of NBA free agency, and today I will go over the top 10 NBA free agents and which teams I think should pick up each free agent. Let's get straight into it, man.
Get your ball on.
At number 10, we have Richaun Holmes. Richaun Holmes, to me, should go to the Toronto Raptors. Now, first of all, let's digress a little bit. Spacing of Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, and Richaun Holmes doesn't sound good, but, they've made it work in the past. And not only that, the Raptors were really only missing a good center this whole season, and that was really the reason that they missed the playoffs, at least in my opinion. So to me, Richaun Holmes was signing a 3-year, $54 million deal with the Toronto Raptors. That is a pretty damn good deal. And I think that the Raptors desperately need him, considering that, they have a playoff level roster but won't make the playoffs. Cool. If you want to take the next couple of years, I guess so. But Masai Ujiri has a lot of work to do in the front office this season for the Toronto Raptors. And at number 9, we have Norman Powell. Norman Powell should go to the New Orleans Pelicans, and they should sign him for about 3 years, $60 million. The New Orleans Pelicans did a great trade earlier this offseason in which they traded Eric Bledsoe, Steven Adams, and the 10th overall pick for Jonas Valanciunas. It cleared a whole lot of cap space. Instead of having like the $15 million that they would have if they kept those contracts, they now have $38 million in cap space. $38 million is beautiful. You need to surround Zion Williamson with shooters. Norman Powell is just that, shooting over 40% from 3 last season. And yeah, he can stretch the floor, he can shot create, he can play defense. A 3-and-D wing is the meta of today's NBA, and Norman Powell fits that shit like a glove. And at number 8, we have Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball should go to the Chicago Bulls and should make around $25 million a year. Now, we heard that the Pelicans are not matching any offers. So the competition on getting Lonzo Ball is completely based on the teams that want him, not the Pelicans. The Chicago Bulls should sign for 4 years, $102 million, and yeah, get the point guard of their future and hopefully make a playoff run. The Chicago Bulls need this. They've had a hole at point guard. Kobe White, Tomas Satoransky. No, get Lonzo Ball. He can shoot threes, he can play defense, he can play make. He's exactly what the Chicago Bulls need to get to the playoffs. And at number 7, we have Spencer Dinwiddie. Spencer Dinwiddie over Lonzo Ball? No. He's not a better player, but I think he'll get a better deal, so that's why I have him up, is because he's a better free agent when it comes to making less money. Spencer Dinwiddie should go to the New York Knicks on a deal that would net him around $62 million over 3 years. Spencer Dinwiddie deserves his money, man. He's been a great bench player for the Nets at the time he's been there. And yeah, he used to be a nobody on the Detroit Pistons, then traded him to another team, and he became into a really productive player. Kind of like what happened with Chris Middleton. But yes, Spencer Dinwiddie will join the New York Knicks as their point guard that they need, that can facilitate, play make, shot create, do all that. The Knicks were terrible on offense this year. Spencer Dinwiddie will help sugarcoat that and make it a little bit easier for him. And at number 6 for our free agent list, we have DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan has 2 options. DeMar DeRozan said that he wants to go to the Lakers, and I think the Lakers would take him just because the Lakers take any big name. So in that situation, he'd take a pay cut, and you know what I mean? And that's kind of tough to get into, but where I want him to go is to the Dallas Mavericks. Luka needs backcourt scoring with him. DeMar DeRozan actually played power forward, so I guess he's not a backcourt player anymore. But he's a scorer. He can play make. He is a valid second option that is not Kristaps fucked up legs Porzingis. And yeah, DeMar DeRozan can bring a whole nother aspect to this Mavericks team that we haven't seen. Last playoffs, yeah, Luka was pretty bad in fourth quarters. But also, who else was going to help him in the fourth quarter? Nobody was helping him. So the new GM of the Dallas Mavericks gives Luka a good new light to stay in Dallas as he signs DeMar DeRozan. A playmaker, a shot creator, and a bucket getter. A pure hooper, you heard me. And at number 5, we have John Collins. Now, to me, I would think John Collins would want to go to the Charlotte Hornets. They've got money. They got a playmaking point guard. They got some good, bright future pieces in Kai Jones and James Bouknight. But they have Miles Bridges and PJ Washington. They have a lot of forwards on that roster. So I'm going to say, no, he's not going to the Charlotte Hornets. I would like for him to go to the Charlotte Hornets, but I think the Hawks will just match any offer sheet for him. I think he's too valuable to lose for nothing, and his chemistry with Trae Young has improved. He showed up in the playoffs pretty well too. He's played pretty well all around. John Collins just needs more touches, and he'll be a more impactful NBA player. But I think the Hawks will keep John Collins, and he will stay in Atlanta. And at number 4 on our free agent list is Mike Conley. Mike Conley might not be the 4th best player here, but he's the 4th most impactful. What I mean by that is point guards are like one of the most impactful players on your team at all times. And Mike Conley should go to the New York Knicks. The Knicks will pay him. The Knicks love paying big names. Mike Conley's not a huge name, but he's a name that is known for consistency and efficiency. He shot really well from 3 this season, and when the Jazz lost him in the playoffs this year, they crumbled. It just shows the impact of Mike Conley. And yeah, Mike Conley can play defense, can facilitate, can hit a 3-point shot. He's exactly what you need for the New York Knicks. However, though, do you want to sign a mid-30s Mike Conley to a 2-year, $50 million deal? Mike Conley is doing this purely for money, but I don't know if I'm the Knicks if I would like to do that. If I'm the Knicks, I would more aggressively go for Lonzo Ball, but that's a whole different market than Mike Conley. And at number 3, we have Christopher Paul. Christopher Paul should stay with the Phoenix Suns. I don't think he has many other options right now. He can go to a rebuilding team and take them to the playoffs again and do his little shebang, that the CP3 effect, but it ain't going to do much. I mean, he's so late into his career. He needs a ring chase. He can't get on the Lakers now. He can't get on the Nets. He can't get on the Bucks. He can't get on many teams. So he should just re-sign with the Phoenix Suns on a 3-year, $90 million deal. That's paying you good money. And I guess they got you a finals appearance. Is that a positive on your resume? Not really. You kind of shit the bed in the finals. And at number 2 for the free agent rankings, yes, even over Chris Paul, is Kyle Lowry. To me, why Kyle Lowry is over Chris Paul is because he has options. I don't think many teams would want to take such an old Chris Paul. But yeah, to me, Kyle Lowry will go to the Miami Heat on a sign and trade. It's been rumored and people have been saying it's tampering. Fuck your tampering, jit. We getting Kyle Lowry, you feel me? Kyle Lowry can shoot threes, can play defense, can facilitate. He's a great leader, has championship experience, has a lot of years in the playoffs. He has everything you want in a star point guard for your team. And he will go to the Miami Heat. Man, I really hope it happens. We need some fucking light. There's no light at the end of the tunnel right now. We just chugging through and just dying as Miami Heat fans. So yeah, hopefully Kyle Lowry to the Miami Heat. I would really like that. And obviously, the best free agent this year is Kawhi Leonard. He actually just declined his $36 million player option. Like that means anything. He's staying with the LA Clippers. But if not, he should sign and trade to the Golden State Warriors. A sign and trade to the Golden State Warriors would take like Andrew Wiggins. I mean, Kawhi, please don't. But look, Kawhi, if you want a championship, you go to a place with amazing spacing, with the greatest spacing athlete of all time. Or basketball player, not athlete. I don't know if they do spacing in soccer or some shit. He's like one of the greatest teammates to have of all time because of the amount of spacing. He's an elite playmaker, and that guy is Stephen Curry. They also have good spot ups like Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson to me is a solid 3-and-D player right now in his career, but I don't think he's going to amount to much considering those leg injuries. He's going to slow down a lot this year, and I expect that. I don't expect Klay Thompson to come back from an injury like that like Kevin Durant did. Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant are not the same player, so let's not get that twisted. So yeah, man, thank y'all for watching. That is our 8th day in a row of uploading, man. We on a fucking streak, you heard me? But today, free agency starts. So hey, if I get a couple right, man, it just proves to you another reason why you should subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and yeah, peace out.
That's why I gave her back. They were boring and I do not be with that. Smoking on this tree, I eat with the cat. It be around me cause I don't trust a soul.